Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing One Piece chapter 1016 titled It's Me Otama. Spoiler warning of course. So yeah, let's dive straight into it. So the chapter starts off with a cover page. It's a request and it's basically Zoro and a ninja cat dodging space coming through the crawl space. This reminds me a lot of that scene from when Nami and Shinobu was trying to infiltrate and get information during this arc and they attacked them in the crawl space. This is basically that scene but just with Zoro and the cat instead. So on to the chapter now. So it starts off and we get a glimpse at the fire festival or the people celebrating it then, not just the fire festival but people celebrating, drinking, having fun because it's the one time of the year they get to have fun. And we see Otama and Tenguyama speaking, and basically they're watching this big bonfire, and he says that they built this in honor of the dead for the dead to be able to see it, and that's why it's so tall to reach the heavens. And Tama is like, she wonders if her dad is able to see it because we know Yasu died. And he basically says, I'm sure that he can see it. I'm sure he's watching down on us to see what happens with Wano. We then cut to Onigashima and we see it floating slowly to some mountains, it seems. Well, not to some mountains, but we see it floating slowly, so making its way to Wano, basically. We then cut now to the CP0 agents, and we see this is basically just to give a recap of the numbers and what's going on. So we see them mentioning that basically the difference in strength is like 2400 versus 3000. Then they mentioned that like 4000 soldiers turned on Queen because of his trying to kill them with his Isoni virus. So they still playing it out on the Go board. I believe the first time I saw this I called it by the wrong name. So it's a Go board, they're playing Go, and they're using pieces. Each piece, it seems, represents 1,000 men. So now it's 20,000 versus 7,000. So basically this whole point of CP0, at least in this chapter, is just exposition to show the change in numbers. We then see the Mary, or the Frog Mary that was being used by Momo to broadcast his message on the cliff after they fell. And we get essentially with what is Bao Huang speaking to what seems to be a gift that looks kind of like a horse. And she's like, we should transmit the message that Momo is dead. Because of course we don't know what happened to him when he fell off the cliff. But before she could broadcast that message, we see Nami, Usopp, and Tama running towards them. And this leads into the whole Zeus thing now, where basically we find out that Zeus is in the climate act. Usopp thought he was a genius because it's speaking, but this is where Zeus finally talks to them and tells them that I went into the climate attack, and we get how that happened, and it's just like I said before in one of my previous reviews what I thought would happen. So when his soul was ripped out and Hera was about to eat him, when Nami used the weather eggs to feed it to Zeus, what happened was Zeus's spirit went in, or his soul went into the climate attack when Hera bit down. Because we saw the climate attacks being eaten by her as well. So what happened is when she bit down on climate attack, Zeus's soul went into that instead and got away. So pretty much what I predicted in my last few reviews would happen happened. And this essentially means that now Nami has a permanent power up, because he mentions that he cannot come out of this unless he has Mama's power. Meaning she has to rip his soul out of that, because Nami she says she doesn't want an annoying talking weapon, but we all know this is going to be her permanent power for the rest of the series, I guess. So what we get now is basically while they're speaking, they run into Bao Huang, and she's about to broadcast the message with Momo, but Usopp and Tama kind of notice something, or well, not Usopp and Tama, but more so Tama, while they're running, notices something. And essentially what that is we see a shadow running, and it is Ulti speed blitzing, and she speed blitzes up to them, and she headbutts Usopp into the ground, and he drops Tama. And this leads to, basically Ulti telling Nami that, she's fed up with them. Tama is stealing people. She even turned Big Mom. She's fed up, she's going to end it. And this enrages Nami again, who proceeds to use an attack with a climb attack. She swings it at her, at Ulti that is. But when she swings it, Zeus turns the climb attack into like a kind of mace, because we see pointy ends come out of it, and it hits Ulti on the head. But it does nothing to her. But basically Zeus tells Nami, use your climb attack normally, I will help you. And this leads to Zeus also telling her that Ulti is strong. However, Big Mom's attack probably messed her up internally. Basically, that's the gist of it. And that maybe one good lightning bolt should be able to take her down. But Nami is kinda reserved on doing that because she doesn't want to hit Tama. And this is where Usopp comes in. So even though he was headbutted, he was on the ground, and he fires his green star at Ulti, which basically leads her to dropping Tama. And in dropping Tama, this allows Nami to pull off the attack with Zeus, which is basically a lightning bolt attack. And Zeus actually asked Nami to rename him, and she calls him Fluff here. In the unofficial, she calls him Cotton. Yeah, Cotton. But he doesn't like that name, so he goes by Zeus again. And they fire the lightning blast, and the lightning blast actually misses. But what happens is when it misses, it turns around because it's Zeus, and it follows Ulti and hits her. So Nami's lightning now can basically track down the enemy, kind of like a heat-seeking missile. So that's cool. And in doing so and taking out Ulti, Bao Huang accidentally screams, or not screams, but shouts out that, oh no, Ulti is down, Page is down. They managed to take down 2 of the Tobiropo. Not knowing that when she says this, it's being broadcasted to everyone out there. So everyone hears it on the floor, on the live floor, all the men hear it. And this leads us to a little glimpse of 3 of the other Tobiropo, because Drake left. So we see who's who, Sasaki and Black Maria, kinda shocked when they hear this. And then the gifter, or headliner, no, the gifter, yeah, it's a gifter. One of Kaido man, the horse looking one, tells her that you accidentally broadcasted that message. And she's shocked, but before she could do anything, we see Usopp fired another green star at her, but the devil one, the big plant one, basically. That's the giant fly trap. He kinda catches her and does it for her. And he tells Tama to basically use her. He says he doesn't know how this works essentially, but basically Tama, use her, she's like a radio, speak to her and the message would go out. So she uses it to broadcast, and she's like, hey, it's Tama, everyone is shocked. We see Speed also there, shocked that it's her. And then we cut to the meat and potatoes of this chapter, which is Kaido and Yamato. So essentially Kaido and Yamato are talking on the roof from where we ended last time. And Kaido is like, Straw Hat is dead, Odin's son is dead, everybody's dead. If you want to protect people and fight, then you need to do a better job at actually saving people. And this leads to her saying that, she took off her cuff, so Kaido mentions that as well. And she says, I'm going to set sail with Luffy, so maybe confirmation she's joining the Straw Hat crew. But that aside, we get basically her saying she'll drive Kaido out of here. But Kaido says, I'm here because it's Wano. I think it was a bit different in the unofficial, but basically he's here for something in Wano, it seems. So we need more explanation on that later on, I hope. And Kaido turns into his hybrid form and goes into attack her. And basically she says that she knows she can't win, but she'll hold Kaido off until Luffy can return to beat him. And he basically tells her he's not going to go easy on her, and then the chapter ends with that, with the clash of Haki on top. So, chapter ends. Good chapter. Didn't have much, but it was necessary because it was expanding on the things going on around the battlefield on Onigashima. Sorry. So good. I'm interested. We need a Kaido flashback. I keep saying this, but we need a Kaido flashback and we need a Yamato flashback to explain some of the things here because there's a lot going on that we don't know. So we need that. Something else I think we need is to find out how Yamato was born, because there seems to be some interesting backstory there as well. So I'm interested in that. But all in all, good chapter. Like I said, not much moving the plot forward. Essentially, it did, but not really. But yeah, I'm assuming we have a break next week, so the next chapter is on the 27th. So I'm assuming the next chapter may focus on Yamato and Kaido clashing a bit, or I assume that. I'm going to predict that more than likely we get Yamato's Devil Fruit within the next 2 or 3 chapters, officially. There's rumors, well not rumors, but speculation, theories that it may be the tiger, the Chinese tiger, I forgot the name of it. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing what this Devil Fruit is, if it's actually a tiger, if it's a dragon as well, what exactly is it. And of course I want to see how strong Yamato is in this battle, so maybe we could rank after that in the monster trio and see how high up she would be. But yeah, all in all, good chapter. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, CP0 didn't play a major part in this chapter, just usually as they were used before, basically exposition wise. But yeah, I also hope we didn't see Sanji much this chapter. We got one glimpse of him and one glimpse of Queen, so I'm hoping we cut back to that fight as well so we could get more on that. But all in all, some good stuff, and I hope to see you all in the next chapter review. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Also, prediction, theory, down below. Let me know what you think Yamato's fruit will be. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.